What's up, all you beautiful, gorgeous, sexy people out there? Here we are. It's time to defend our championship. We're the defending champions. It's time to take each and every team's best shot, and we have to defend our title. We're the defending champs, and it's time to kick off a new season, guys. The second season in this Lions franchise. I promised you guys that I would start off this new season, the first game of the season, with the first game of the season, and it just so happened to be the Seattle Seahawks are going to be the first team we face off against. You know, we faced them in the divisional round last year, so I'm sure they're wanting to get revenge in this first game of the season, kicking off the 2015 season. Some of you guys were able to see me do the preseason stuff. I took care of all that stuff already in the Twitch stream, in my Twitch stream, in order just to get it out of the way, just so I can start off this with a bang, just start off rolling with our new roster, because this is a new roster, it's a new cast of characters, some new players, some new challenges ahead of us in this second season. Typically, guys, I don't really finish any second season, whether that be before I did YouTube. I would always go through and do all the off-season stuff, but I never actually went through the second season and never completed the second season, so this is a new experience for me. I'm hoping to finish this game off, finish this season off, finish this franchise off with some love championships, get some rings. I want to get more rings than Tom Brady. And that reminds me, you know, the actual Super Bowl was set this past weekend. The Seattle Seahawks faced the Green Bay Packers, and that was a tremendous game. I actually watched that game. It was a pretty good game, and the Seattle won in overtime to drive down the field, got a touchdown. I think it was the Baldwin, no, it was Kirsch got the final touchdown after missing a ton of passes earlier. Some were tipped and returned for interceptions, stuff like that. And the other game was a complete utter blowout with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots destroying the up-and-coming, the young pup Andrew Luck. So the Super Bowl has been set, and that's going to be an awesome game. But let's get back into this franchise as I score a touchdown, first touchdown of the season to who else? Megatron, Calvin Johnson, Megatron. Anyways, guys, there's a lot of stuff I really want to talk about, really want to address. There's some new things and new challenges that we have to come up with for this season, for this franchise. We finished last year with a bang. We got the Super Bowl, we got the ring, and this year is all about defending the championship. It's a new chase, a new mission, a new goal, if you will, in order to defend that title, make it back to the promised land as I sack Russell Wilson right there with Nick fairly. One thing I really want to do, one thing I really am going to have to do, is we need to clear some cap space. My roster right now is 43 or 44 out of 53, so we have no depth in our roster. I made the mistake of signing two major players, two big contracts. And Danek and Sue, of course we needed to sign Danek and Sue, but I didn't realize that Nick Fairley was getting almost the same amount of money. So it could come down to whether we want to, trade someone more or not, you know. I know some of you Lions fans aren't going to be really happy with that, but we may have to trade Nick Fairley. I'm not getting rid of Ndamukong Suh, but if we trade Nick Fairley, that could open up some more cap space. We could build some depth on that defensive line, in our offensive line. I could also trade Reggie Bush because he's gotten slower as the years progress. He's an old man River out there. Marshawn Lynch, Skittles, Beast Mode is going to get stopped on the on that play, on that second and fourth, third and one. They're in that. No. There we go. Good stop there. Bend but don't break defense like last year. Good stop. That's what we needed. 7-3. Keep the score within range. Our defense came up big there to come up with that stop. But anyways, as I was saying, we have to clear up some cap space. I might have to trade Reggie Bush because he's getting old. His speed has decreased. That's what we used him for last year, to get out on the edge and do those screen passes, do stuff like that, because he has that breakaway speed. He doesn't have that anymore. He's decreased. That's why you see Joik Bell here starting for me, and he is not getting anywhere against this Seattle Seahawk Legion of Boom defense. And I can't run a screen pass right there. We started off tremendously. We got on fire. We started off on a hot streak. Matthew Stafford was throwing it all over the place, and now we're forced to a 3-and-out, forced to punt the ball away. So I'm probably going to make a trade. I'm probably going to make some trade just to clear up some cap space. Maybe hopefully get a return of a good player, a solid player. Might get a left outside linebacker, which would be, if I do that, I'd probably go for Vontaze Burfict of the Cincinnati Bengals. He's my favorite linebacker in the league right now, and he's really the only one that really catches my eye. All the other people I'm really not too interested in. So we could do that. We could trade some other players, you know, trade for some people. I'm definitely going to be making some trades. I just haven't decided what you guys would think of trading away Nick Fairley, because he is a 99 overall. My two defensive tackles right now are 99s overalls, and Ndamukong Suh on the sack. So let's see that replay. He's jacked up. He's fired up. He's on steroids. Roid rage. Good sack right there. Party, baby, party, celebrate. That was all me. That was all a user's sack. I went beast mode on him. I got the sack to kill that drive. Those sacks, as always, are killers. drive killers. That's how you want to end drive. Switch to a defensive lineman and just go straight up the gut, straight up the belly of that offensive line and take and rip their heart out to kill the drive. Anyways, guys, so that's really is one thing I wanted to talk about with the trading and all that stuff. I'm really not going to focus too much on the gameplay today as I throw an interception right here, and there's nothing but green, nothing but end zone ahead of him. Chancellor's, I think, no, that was Maxwell. Maxwell's going to come up with the interception right there. He's going to spike that ball down. Gronk spike, and that's going to put them up 10-7 in this first game of the 2015 season. As I was saying, you know, that I'm not really going to talk too much about this gameplay, but I am going to talk about the franchise stuff. The next thing I want to talk about is this series is going to continue on, besides maybe a few breaks here and there, until the next Madden release. The next Madden release should be probably August, somewhere in that range, maybe late July, but usually it's typically August. So this game's going to go, and this series is going to go all the way until then. There's not going to be any breaks. I might start a new series up, unless I have like unless the series doesn't get too many views, or doesn't get any views. That's the only way I would end this series. Until that time, until that point in time, this is going to continue on. We're going to march forward, and we're going to continue on as the Detroit Lions. I'm really excited. As I said, this is my first time actually doing a second season, so there's a lot of things to do, a lot of trades to make, a lot of acquisitions to make. You know, I might even try to create my own draft class to where we can actually utilize the offseason, utilize the draft. As I get another sack here, my defense is swarming all over Russell Wilson. He has no room to breathe. Basically, guys, I put a plastic bag over his head and I'm choking him to death. He's not going anywhere. Third and 8, and they can't come up. That was a short pass. They can't move the chains, and I force them to another field goal. That's their second field goal. They can't move the ball on me at all. Those turnovers, though, these turnovers I've been having have been killing us, killing my drives, killing just all the momentum I've had in this first home game. I'm breaking away here, nothing but green ahead of me, and I get stopped. Good return from Deshaun Jackson, that's what we need. And now I'm just going off with Matthew Stafford. I hit Calvin Johnson. Get off me, son. 1 minute left in the quarter. I see my man. I'm going to hit my man. I'm going to hit every single man I can. That was an acquisition we made right there. Akeem Nicks, he picks up a nice game for us. Now I'm running a screen right here to Reggie Bush. Pancake on the block from our left tackle, and that gives us that first down. Move those chains, refs. I run a no-huddle right here. I see the matchup I want. Golden Tate Bridges out on the edge. He has his man lead. I'm going deep. Touchdown. Touchdown. That's right. Quick strikes. Our offense is explosive. Our offense is deadly. We can score on just about anyone. The Legion of Boom has no answer for us. No answer for our quick strike offense. Our passing game is deadly now. We have Akeem Nicks, we have Calvin Johnson, we have Golden Tate Bridges, we have Deshaun Jackson. We have a tremendous cast of wide receivers. I might even make a trade when I get the chance to acquire another wide receiver. You know, I'm plotting in my head things I want to do. Russell Wilson, you're not getting out on me. That was all user tackle. Steven Tulloch spying right there. I'm like James Bond out on the edge, spying my man. Marshawn Lynch isn't going to get away from me. 12 seconds left in the quarter. They're running a no-huddle. 3rd and 2. They have to get some major yards if they want to kick a field goal, and the clock's going to expire because they made a stupid move and going short. But anyways, as I was saying, I'm kind of getting greedy here. I'm like greedy. I want to go for like major people. I want to go for superstars. If I'm making trades, I want to get the big name people. That's what I want. Or at least, you know, maybe some people that aren't as well known but can be deadly for us. Our wide receivers group can be improved. We can still make massive improvements on there. You know, Calvin Johnson's a 99, Akeem Nicks is a 90, I think. So we could improve that. We can still improve that. Prince Amukamara is our another cornerback we have out on the edge. I think he's a boundary corner. I don't know which corner he is, but he's in there. And then, of course, we have Desmond Trufant. So our secondary is pretty decent, pretty solid. The one thing we can improve is probably our defensive line, our ends. As I screw up right there, you know, I'm always going to do that mess up with the camera. I'm always so excited, like so antsy, like I just want to get into the game. I accidentally push the L3 button, and that sends me to lock on to a player. But as I was saying, you know, we could improve our defensive ends. That's something we could trade for. Get a star defensive end out on the edge, and that way we could have a pass rusher. So even though we don't really need a pass rusher because our defensive line is just dominant already. But I do want to make a trade because we do need to clear up some cap space. We do need depth because injuries can strike at any moment. We had last year Matthew Stafford got injured. We got injured with Matthew Stafford. Luckily, Kellen Moore stepped up for us. But if we didn't have a backup for him, we would have been screwed. Our offensive line depth can be added to them. So we do need to make some roster moves, some moves that maybe I don't necessarily want to make, but we have to make because of our cap space situation. I only have like $200K to spend, and that's not going to give me anyone. The minimum I think right now is 500,000 for any player that you want to sign for a year, and we don't have any space to get one player. That's something we're gonna have to do something about that. So give me some more answers, guys, some responses, trades I can make, people I can move to clear up some cap space, to clear up some space where we can sign some people, maybe trade for other people that maybe don't cost as much but are still of good value. Anyways, guys, it's 16-14. There's 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and you know they're driving once again. It's 2nd and 8. They're on about the 48-yard line. We need to come up with a major stop here. I steal them in the hole. I fill up the gap and stop beast mode Skittles. He has 12 rushes for 84 yards, but they can't get the first down here. They cannot get the first down. We can't allow it, and I get another sack with Nick Fairley, the man I might have to trade, the 99 overall. That's one benefit of having 2 stud defensive linemen in the center of your defense. You can get penetration right up the middle. Penetrate that defense. Penetrate like a man in prison. You don't drop the soap in the shower. Penetrate. Anyways, you know, I'm really wanting to find some trades and acquisitions to make. So we're going into the fourth quarter, guys, of this first game of the season. Get your mother effing foes up. Get ready. We're going to finish this team off. 3rd and long, and I hit Calvin Johnson. When in doubt, throw it to Calvin. He's going to come up big. Megatron. I'm doing a great job so far in this first game of spreading the ball around. Usually I just throw it up to Calvin Johnson and hope he answers my prayers. But today I'm hitting everyone. Akeem Nicks maybe could have a touchdown. I know Golden Tate Bridges has a touchdown. Deshaun Jackson has a few catches right here. Ebron's going to come up with a reception right here on that post route and get me a first down. Move those chains, refs. We're driving. We're the cardiac cats. You can't hold me down in the fourth quarter. I can't tell you how many times we've come back in the fourth quarter from a deficit to pick up the lead and take the win, especially last season. So now I'm going to hand the ball off to Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush is going to give me a nice 10-yard gain. We're going to move those chains once again. We're plowing forward, pushing forward. Another counter right here, and I can't get any blocking from my big hosses, from my big fatties that reamped the rebuilt offensive line we had. I'm going around the screen right here. Andrew Whitworth is out on the edge. Logan Minkins got injured in the preseason, so I put Whitworth at left guard. He can do that because he actually does that in real life, where he can play guard or tackle or center or whatever you want Whitworth to play. There we go. Nice reception from Calvin Johnson, and now we're in the red zone. Come on, baby. Come on, come on. Touchdown. Oh, at least that wasn't picked off. There we go. All right. Alright, so let's run the ball here, get some yards back. So it's going to make it about 3rd and short, 3rd and 2, somewhere in there. Yeah, it's a 3rd and 2. So I'm going to drop back here, and I'm going to roll out with Matthew Stafford. I'm going to see my man open, and I cannot hit him. I seen Drake Bell open. I honestly should have ran that for the touchdown. I realized afterwards that was probably a mistake, but whatever. You know, at least we came away with the field goal. And now we're going to have to play clutch defense. We've held them to 3 field goals. They haven't really scored on us. They moved the ball on us for sure, but they haven't really scored on us. The only touchdown they've had was that interception earlier. So I'm confident in my defense as I get another sack. I have no idea how many sacks that is so far in this game, but we're coming up with pressure every single down. I once again lock on to Stephen Tulloch. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I sometimes do that. It's gonna happen because I get so antsy, so excited. Russell Wilson's gonna pick up the first down right here, and probably about another 2 yards after that. And now it's 1 minute left, guys. We have to come up big. They're running four verticals, and I see that. I see their tight end. I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna blitz them. I'm gonna do whatever I can to stop them. 2nd and 8. Come on, guys. Get a sack. Get a sack, and another sack on the play. What is that? Like 4? He's been sitting down all day. Locked on and Dominican Sue this time, but I come up with another sack. Our defensive line is beasting and feasting. We're dominating. Alright, Russell, this is your last hope, your last chance. He breaks 1 tackle. He's still looking down the field, and he gets stopped once again. So that means, guys, we're just going to run out the clock here with Joik Bell, with that rushing game, with our offense. We're probably going to try to pick up this first down right here before we go for that knee. Did I get the first down? There we go, guys. Just going to take it in here, kill the game, come away with our first W of this 2nd season. So, guys, stay frosty, and I love you. I'll see you guys soon in the next gameplay.